But if you're still here when it finishes, take it out and put the black. Thank you. I'm gonna remove, bruh.
Say hello.
Hi.
Wave.
Hi.
Say welcome to Dada Live. How's it, guys? I've taken a leave from Donald. I'm wearing my bathrobe.
Oh.
Or a nightgown. I don't know. Oh, you're gonna burn it. Welcome to David Cow Live. Wait. Let me do the things. Let me do the things. If you're new, subscribe. If you're new. Vitamin C and orange juice.
Where are you going with that? Go in there.
Welcome to David Cow Live. Chum, 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 chum.
You wanna make noise?
Eventually, we're gonna get it right, guys. We'll get at this stage, we'll get a live band. We'll get a live band. Res, guys, res. Welcome to David Cow Live. Doom, doom, doom. I tried to do a sound check with my host, with my guest. I can't find her, but I spoke to her at 9:30. So, Phuti Khomo, wherever you are, come and join us so we can welcome you to David Cow Live. I think I've done like 4 opening sequences. Remember, guys, whatever we do, we are not mentioning the thing, the C thing, the C word, the C and the number word. We're not talking anything about nothing. We're just gonna talk about nothing, but everything, but nothing. Oh, Nyati is back. Nyati matata abanyana. Nyati, he wanted to continue talking about his problems yesterday. But we had to go. We were running out of time. So maybe while we wait for our guest Phuti, maybe Nyati can tell us. Hi Shamila, welcome back. Shamila, when are you joining the show? When are you coming on as a guest? Itumeleng Godfrey Mabaso. Sinetemba, you don't look familiar, but we are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome to be the biggest fan here. Litoto Mifi is here. Guys, now I even forgot it's Friday. I hope Phuti is around the corner. But I'm glad Voyo is happy to replace her. Sihle Zihlwele. I slept very late. I couldn't wake up in the morning thanks to work from home. So now I've been working from home, guys, remember, most of my career. And there would be times when I would be late coming to work. and I was working from home because I would get stuck in traffic from upstairs coming downstairs. And then I'd send myself an email about and send myself a warning about coming back or coming to work late. And then I'd reply to myself and apologize for it. When I used to live alone, these are the things I used to do. Where is Noktula? Noktula ke na ka dinako. I think we kena ka bo 11 ka rain. Ka nako tsa rain. Tsa data ye ya lona ye. Lebogang Ratlo are hello, hi. I hope you and Temba connected. As again the intro. Ernest is here. Nyati says hello everybody and the fam. Phuti Mloto, have you seen Phuti Khomo? Wow, Phuti, did you go back and watch yesterday's show again on YouTube? Brian Dube is here. Thank you, Shamila. Zankolo is here. Zankolo is in the house. I'm guessing this is for my kid, not for me. Cute. So my neighbor, my neighbor is here, guys. Guys, this is my neighbor, not like my neighbor in the neighborhood, my neighbor from next door. Hey, welcome, Pravesh. We were supposed to play golf, but we're not. But soon we will. Soon we will. Sorry, man. Why were you feeling down? Guys, while we wait for, because you mentioned medication earlier. If you're not subscribing, please subscribe. Welcome to David Cow Live. So guys, if it's your first time, let us know. Welcome back, everyone. I'll also check if Donald is here because we must give away those tickets for Donald's fans. Otherwise, we'll do it tomorrow. I want to go back to... No, yesterday's show was very, very, very interesting, guys. I hope Noktula is feeling much better and not worse, wherever she is. Don't forget your vitamin C's. I spoke to our patient, Rebecca. She was in hospital for 2 days, but she's back home now. And someone is going to deliver Lengana for her. Someone was watching the show on Facebook and has offered to deliver some Lengana to her. I'm still going to send her some money. At least now she doesn't have to worry about the Lengana, so I can just send some money. I don't have to send stuff and mission to get it to the Val and all that. So Atahang is in the house, Busiso. Grace hasn't been here in a while, guys. Grace, where? Oh, no, this is a different Grace. Shoniwa. We've got Grace Chichetza. Hold on, I'll tell you now. Guys, I know you. I know most of you, so you can't lie to me. I'll tell you which Grace. Grace Chietza. Shoniwa, you're the same person. Okay, it's you, I guess. Okay, Grace, you're welcome. I thought there were two Graces. I thought so much grace in one show. You drink on the job, working from home. Well, it helps I don't drink alcohol, so I can drink on the job. I can drink from home. Everybody, while we wait for my guest, those of you who are not who were not here yesterday. Yesterday we spoke to Zankolo. A lot of heartbreaking stories from Zano. Sne Temba, you're welcome. Precious Kele, welcome to the family. Sinetamba says Zankolo is my younger brother. I don't believe this family or these stories now. Kabelo Munati is here. Elbow pump. Ah, man. So, our Dr. Silolo from Mafikeng is in the house. Guys, this is crazy. I know, like, everyone here. Tabo Bongo. I don't know if some of you guys, and this picture looks like I know it. Noxo Filitenako, Mang this morning. We finished almost at 1 a.m. I keep looking at my phone, checking if my guest Phuti is there yet. Ah, blue tick. We've got a blue tick, ladies and gentlemen, from Phuti. Guys, please go to the feed wherever you're watching. Share, press the share button. Either share to your followers or your timeline or other groups that you want to share, or you can copy and hoy the share to other people on WhatsApp or wherever. Please do that. Let us grow the show. Let us grow the show. Let us grow the audience. Let us bring other friends of friends in the mix. I bought this thing when myself and Kagiso went to do shows in Finland. I think it was 2015 or 2013. I don't remember. I should Google when was I in Finland. I should Google that. We landed in. We flew Air France. We landed. So we went to Paris. We went to Helsinki, capital of Finland, and then we took a 2-hour drive to Turku, where we went to stand up comedy festival in a town called Turku. We arrived. It was September. We put our bags down, and then we went to the shops. And I went and I bought this. It was 3 degrees, guys, at the time. And then now we had arrived at wow, guys, Phuti's doing her hair. She's doing her hair. There's a team. There's makeup. I can see her backstage in the stream studio. Oh my God. Oh, guys, 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 let me just bring my guest on. Some of you might know her. She was, Deo, where's my hat?
Oh, man. Okay, I'm okay. Upstairs.
I might have thrown it up there or it's on the couch. Please, boy. I can't have Phuti see me like this. I look like an Eskimo.
No, you can't look like a...
Quickly, get my hat, bruh. Stop switching off the lights. Switch on these lights. Ah, look at that. Quickly, boy, get my hat, please. Sorry, guys. I was telling you Turku, and then I got this thing. I don't remember if I told the story already, but that's why I have this thing. Yo, guys, I'm just gonna bring my guest. I can't wait. Those of you who haven't seen her Instagram, this is her Instagram, and she's got some dope sketches on her Instagram TV feed that she been doing during lockdown. Actress, businesswoman. I call her former beauty queen.
Hello, is this thing working? Is this thing on? Mic check. Is this thing working? I keep spelling South Africa. You know, we don't know. Corona. Everything's made in China. I don't know. Hi.
Phuti.
Hi. I'm just kidding. Hi.
Is that how I say it? Phuti.
Phuti.
Or Phuti.
Phuti, because there's no H after the T. Yes, it's T. Phuti, Phuti.
Phuti Khomo. Or
Phuti
Khomo.
Khomo.
Yes, yes. Upstairs, you're rude. Upstairs. Go upstairs. Dude. Wow. Okay, go.
Can this thing of yours, does it have a filter or what? And I want send a link, so I don't even know like to send to my people. My people don't even know where to watch now.
No, your people must go to my YouTube page or my Facebook page and go to the live. Or you can go share, copy the link and paste it wherever you want. You can paste it in your Instagram stories.
Okay, let me tell you something that's horrific about me. I am technologically challenged.
I'm gonna send you the links. You must say hello to everyone, by the way.
Everyone is ready. Like Emily's here. My sister Jackie is here.
Yeah.
Like we don't why what's the like people should go
Say hello to the David Cow Live family. There's people that come here every night. Dumelang, le kae? Le kae? Re teng. Ao bomme ba bangata tse kang teng. So many ladies in one house.
We need a little bit of testosterone. That's why we were like, you know what? David Gao just for tonight. That's why Emily was like, Nkase robali. Munna, Nkase robali.
I'm the pepper because Lena, le salt.
Wow! I don't think so. Sodium chloride. What Nasara boss? I don't think so. No.
Tonight's show is called Salt and Pepper. Wait. There's a lot of noise from your phone. Is that your phone?
No, it can't be. I don't know. What do you want to do? Do you want
me
to get out and come back in?
What's the dog typing on your phone?
No, I was Nikki move phone. Sorry. Is the noise gone now?
Yeah, but I think now it's gone.
So this is Pebbles. Pebbles also wants to say hi. Hi.
Is that like a French poodle or a French something? Bulldog? What is it?
This is a Pekingese, okay?
A what?
This is a Pekingese. Pekingese. There are, I think, Chinese. Oh my gosh.
They're Chinese.
Yeah.
The dog is Chinese.
Hey, yeah. It's a Chinese dog in my house.
Say hello to everyone. Eh?
I will. Kabisa Shadrayu says, hello, Phuti. Hi, Kabisa. Hi. I hope you're warm and safe and you're keeping well.
What is that Kanyimba's dog? Someone says it's a dog. So it's a Chinese Pekingese bulldog.
Mara, why is a Kanyimba's dog? Because like this is not a fashion statement. This is my baby.
Okay, you know what? Can you introduce us to everyone in the house?
But by 10, they were up like 9 o'clock. They were like this, and then it's almost 10. They were like, naruroval.
Okay, so who's up?
So it's Emily and my sister Jackie.
Hi, Jackie. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well, and yourself?
I'm fine. Who was first in the spotlight? Was it your sister?
Yeah, well, me. Surata spotlight. Nah. Behind the scenes. Nah, that's me.
Can I tell you who has the most drama, though? My sister is the one. My sister is the one that should actually be in the forefront because she has the energy for it. She has, the vibe. She's got the look. She's got listen, ha to afeli ho ira anything. O ka motho sa ka 12 she were photo shoot now. Ari now. She's like, yeah, Ari. I'm not about that life.
I don't need makeup. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm not wearing any makeup, by the way.
No, I'm just saying. I get why no a whole team. I don't need a whole team.
You're cut off. Like you're cut
I'm
cut
done.
out of this life. Like
Thank you, David. I'm out.
David, like the sound is gone. Soundy it's a bitch.
No, I muted myself.
We're not allowed to play any music now on your show because YouTube is restricted. Just anything. Because I need to keep myself awake. I sleep at 8:30, if not 9 o'clock. So I need to keep myself awake.
We'll keep you awake. Let me try and keep you awake. I don't know if I hope that doesn't come up. Let me try keep you awake.
Yo, I cannot do this. I can't. Like we're live on Emily. Emily's on Instagram. She's live on her Instagram page. My sister's live on her Instagram page. I'm live on my Instagram page. Like,
right now.
Yeah. Right now.
Oh wow. Then this must be a big show.
It's a huge show. It's hella huge, guys.
Instagram ya Phuti.
I cannot.
My fire is dying. My fire is dying.
No, Lukisa, whatever you have to fix. No stress.
Emily. Funny how the movie said you must join us to Apple.
What? Emily got everything. Emily wants iPads, laptop,
for iPad.
So Emily is the manager of the house. So Emily, I go working so si dirang ka mo ntlong ka mo.
Ako tsene re bone mme Emily.
O tsebe ke moteng. Ke moteng.
Bua,
nna Emily.
Dumela mme Emily.
Dumela ntate.
How are you?
Ke to ka ntate Tafita. Ntate.
Jwale wena mosebetsi wa hao ke eng?
Mosebetsi wa ka ke ho manager ho jwetsa bomme hore mme o tshwanetse o etse so Phuti batla ho be so breakfast bo ba kana kwe so o etse dijo tse so
ene ko wena ba jwetsang ko wena ba managing ba fang you are the one who gives the instructions.
And then mo jwetse ka taba engwe o buetsang ya lady in meeting.
Ke a mo hlapisa.
Yeah?
Ke a mo hlapisa.
You give her a bath. You bath her.
Ke a mo hlapisa. Ke mo phumule, ke mo tshase, ke mo apese.
Let me tell you something. It's not a joke. Really, it's not a joke. I'll tell you. Let me explain it properly.
No,
because the way. Okay.
So David,
yeah.
her favorite movie is Gone with the Wind. So Gone with the Wind, Ibon Takamko, you know those olden days kinengi? What area is it?
Like it's Gone with the Wind was what?
Well, the queens and all of that. Never happy see
The
what they were.
Elizabethan era.
Yeah, Elizabeth. Yeah, tongue twist.
Elizabethan era.
Yeah.
So never happy sign everything. So she's like, you know, every time
Gone with the Wind was the Victorian era.
yeah, there you go. So I movie I don't know, man. I want that in my life. I want that. I'm gonna create that. I'm not gonna wait and marry a prince so that I can have that life. I'm gonna create that life for myself. That's one thing about my sister. She creates a life that she wants. As you.
In-
Don't army. So yeah. And then when I create batho, so meeting, no man, Phuti. This is too much. You can't be doing this. I don't know. I want this life. This is my life. I want this, and I'm going to have it. So she's been having this kind of life for 6 years. Imagine. I can't.
I'm glad that she's giving herself that life.
Oh, actually, yes. I'm also glad that I'm giving myself this life as well, which is, you know, something to be very proud of, especially nowadays.
Because imagine if now you have someone who comes in your life and then you start saying, oh, by the way, from now on, I would like you to get me someone who's going to bath me, who's going to make me breakfast every day, who's going to act in all my comedy sketches on my social media. Because I think the discrepancy in relationships, is always, you know, that's what you do. There's someone who baths you, you know what you drink, you know what you wear, how you dress.
At what time I want whatever.
Yeah.
When there are visitors in my house, how things should be done.
I like what he's saying because sorry now picking a lot of guys nowadays when we date them and stuff and then no, I can I drink a specific drink, Johnny Walker Blue. We gotta know just because you see me driving a Lamborghini now, you all of a sudden you want that. No, I drink that at home. So yeah, it's like that. I understand what you say. You understand?
Yeah, so that's where I was going.
Like left, but it's okay. It's still a good point, but yeah.
So that's where I was going, right? Because I was going to say, imagine now if you didn't do any of these things and then you meet a guy and then you start making these demands on me, you know? I understand if the guy wants to do them or wants to keep doing them for you. And now you're together and he also understands he must maintain. But not that now you come and you live a certain way at home and then when you with someone else, now you want to start living a certain way and then you go back to your Savannah and your Vascom and your Silverback.
Hold on. Whoa, pass. Let's dissect that a little bit more. Right? I have a show on Instagram called the Pandarosa, right? On Wednesdays. And I used to have this with my diamond. My diamond is my gay best friend. He's hella amazing. He has like a good head on his shoulders. So we tend to discuss things that are taboo, things that people don't want to talk about. The other day we were talking about mistresses. Are they a must? Like is it something that we should know and accept because we know that they're there but we don't want to accept it? So those kinds of things. So now you're talking about Tabaya Savannah and you're talking about these are the kinds of topics that we talk about on the Pandarosa. So we're like, why uchencha ho bona monna analing Lamborghini when you had agreed with your girls that you guys were gonna go out, you were gonna share the bill and you were gonna drink your normal drinks. Do you know what I mean? But all of a sudden when you get to the club and here's this guy who says, can I buy you guys drink? Tommy mood Tommy. You know, it becomes mood Tommy. Kuza Vovrich.
Can't even spell it, bro.
So we were talking about that, and you know, with my friends, and I said, but guys, hold on, wait a minute. this is the same discussion that I have with my friends all the time. Taba ya gore banna, ba tlo botsa gore a man feels like I must give you what you can give to yourself. So at that point in time, unyakanna, you are the one that is after me, right? So you are supposed to impress me. So I will not ask you for something that I can do for myself. So I will ask you for something that I feel like, maybe I can do it for myself, but maybe not now. So, or this thing, but let's see, brothers. Yeah, ke batla mum, krug. Yeah, you know, ke batla mood, beverage. I will say that I want all of bebe. So I will say that I want those things, and I'm allowed to.
What do you drink?
I'm allowed to at that time, David, because I'm no, I did not call you. If we decided to go to that place together, you called me and said, "Asambeni, ariengo di sofeng," and then I fika go di sofeng. I can go to my go di sofeng, and then I end up drinking what I can, like, give a bill that I can just and just pay for myself. Look, I'm not putting myself in the situation. People might think that I act that way, but I'm saying this because I don't judge girls that do that, because I believe that at that point that's what you're supposed to do. If you're sitting and you're saying you want to be with someone, there needs to be something that you're adding in that person's life, that add a value in my life. And at that point, I mean, we can't be saying, I can't be saying, yeah, at a club, value. But I mean, if we're outside, I can't be saying, no, tell me about life, give me the insights of life, give me philosophy, give me moral support. I don't want your moral support at a club. I don't want your moral support at I'm at a club. Give me something. If you say you want to sit at my table, that I cannot give to myself. And that's what most girls do. And guys judge them. And I feel that is wrong. We shouldn't do that.
So
hold on. Last point.
Oh, gosh,
last point. Okay. All right, go, David.
No. Trust me, we can do whatever you want here. This is a safe space. We go ahead. Make it last point.
Like I'm talking like I'm on the Pandarosa. It's fine. It doesn't matter. And please, I like the questions. People are sending questions even on my Instagram. I'll answer your questions even on my Instagram, guys. So when we're talking about things like that, I keep on saying to guys, I say, when guys say, me, I'm not buying love. I'm like, Jesus Christ. What Anna do now? Now what for you? Now what for you, my brother, for talking as if you want me, I'm buying love, or me, I'm selling my love. It's not that concept. People need to understand that this has been happening since time immemorial, right? When people think of it this way, Shaka Zulu's daughter, or a king's daughter, would be there and would be available for any man in the whole land to marry. So somebody would come from David Gao's tribe, somebody would come from Phuti's tribe, somebody would come from Jackie's tribe, and they would say, I want to marry your daughter. So Shaka would then say, what is it that can make you stand out, and why do you feel that you are good for my daughter? I get it, that's how it's been done. And then the guys would say, the guy from David Gao's camp would say, Tina, we have got a lot of cows, so we would be able to look after your daughter. Your daughter would never starve. You would never starve. Somebody from Jackie's tribe would say, we don't have that many cows, but we have the strongest, me from Jackie Khomo's tribe, I have the strongest, one of the strongest boys or strongest leaders in the entire land. So your daughter will be in safe hands, because they'll be protected. So everybody is showing, and it was always there. People had to show and prove themselves to the women that they loved, to the women that they loved. So
But
whether or not you feel you got financing involved there, it is involved, unfortunately. Whether you like to believe it or not. So was Shaka Zulu selling his daughter? Was that a woman saying "Ki rekisa lerato"?
So would you say back in the days, you knew that you can have all this cows, all this money, all this riches, and you know, hey, this guy Obatang Wanaka, or they want my daughter, and yes, she's definitely in good hands. The difference today is that I take your daughter, she's my wife, and then honale 5-6 other sisters in the mix somewhere that are still looking at me, and I'm still entertaining them. But some of them are looking at me and 5 other guys. And this weekend or this month, it's me, and they just want to take whatever they can. I think that's the difference. The difference is back then, you knew, Hore, you know what? The two families that are becoming together, they're becoming stronger. Today,
No, David. Whoa. Let me put it to you like this. It's not but you can go to bed. You can go to bed. Lutando uyapha. Okay, no, it's fine.
wait. Me Emily, what's all Lesotho?
Hey,
Lesotho sa hao ka nnete, sepaqa. No, ke a utlwa.
Ke kopa o dumedise batho pele o tsamaye Emily, ke kopa o ba dumedise mo o ba jwetse gore di corona okay ka Sotho Corona Chronicles ke kopa o
Hey, but you don't use that word. But on kata feed.
He ke reng?
That word, don't use the word. We don't use on my show.
Oh.
We don't use the C word. We don't use the number C word number. We don't. Hey, wadala. Batlang rumela di guidelines. Ba rumela di guidelines. Ba gaut mo.
So le ka roro. So le ka bolela ka roro. He ka roro.
Hey, maybe Roro you can get away with.
Okay, let's not even go there. But ever since we've been on lockdown, me Lerato, me NG have been like in our videos that we tried to put out. I had never shown this side of me ever on any platform whatsoever. I've always been like really private about that. I've always just shown my work, and that's it, really. That's what people know about me. That's why people say, hey, this one is really boring. But I started showing, like, letting loose, because that was the first time in my life. Okay, not in my life. The first time ever since I became an adult that I actually rested. I actually rested.
Wow.
Where I'd never since in my entire adult life. Yeah. Since 2002, I decided to rest in 2020 because of the I was forced into it. I had no other. There was no other thing to do but that.
So there was only 4 of you in the house, like 4 or 5.
There's 5 of us.
5.
And all of you were the ones who were plus 3?
3 babies.
Where do the 3 babies come?
Pandora, Pixel, and Pebbles.
Okay.
My donkey.
Okay. Hey, 3. There's 3.
Yes.
Oh, I thought there was 1. I don't know. Maybe there's one who's got 2 stunt dogs.
No, there's 3. There's 3 beautiful babies.
Wow.
So who
shoots? Who's doing all the filming and producing and doing all the stuff you've been doing and posting during lockdown? Someone wanted to know actually if you have a whole film crew that's in your house, or if you
They
guys.
film each other. No, we film each other. We do it via phone. Everything is shot via my phone. So I conceptualize it. I'm the creative. She implements. So she will tell me, okay, this will work this way. This will work that way. So I think, okay, let's do this. Let's do that. And because I am more in the entertainment space than my sister is, so I would tell her about angles and shots and editing and things like that. So I do all of that. Okay.
Angles.
Okay, angles. My sister knows angles because photography. All my pictures on Instagram were taken by her.
Most.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then me Meliana, what pizza, what pizza.
And then our actor.
Okay.
She's the lead actress.
And she's
also.
also.
Memel in Lesotho, are they watching your shows? Do they know you are famous in South Africa?
But
yeah, that's it.
Let me tell you, she asked me after I put it up on Instagram. She's like, send this thing, Romel, send it on my WhatsApp, send it. They want to see. Who wants to see? They want to see. She has a society, she's got I think a church as well, and her kids show the people at school to say my mom is an actress.
They sing "Wash Your Hands, It's Famous."
And can I tell you something? The one kid, she says, my mom is in Joburg, but what does your mom do in class? She said, Mama kawa actor. My mom is an actor. I thought that was so cool. I thought it was sweet. It was so sweet.
So
she's got the receipts to prove it.
You started out by saying she gives you guys lessons, or you started saying something else, and then you went into bathing. Before the bathing, I don't know if you were saying she gives you guys tips or talks or lessons, but you started something that I don't think you finished when you were telling me what Emily does.
That I was saying May Emily does.
Yeah.
May Emily,
she's got a husband. She's
no. Nabuka advice. So advice. No. I don't remember what I was about to say.
Okay.
But genuinely, this is really what she does. She basically runs the entire household, teaches new stuff everywhere, even in our other homes. She's the one that manages everything. So Utsiba, she knows me.
Other homes.
She knows me very well. So she knows she knows everything I want, and every staff that's situated wherever they're situated.
If a lamu.
Emily Word knows what to tell them. So if I'm going to be there, she tells them she's going to be there at that time. She travels with me. She's there, and she tells them what I need. So I never speak to my staff a lot. So if somebody does anything that's bad, I am the one that, or she's the one that takes the heat on it.
Okay. Emily, if but thank you so much for joining us. Umbatlele mme Emily le nna utwa a tlang hlapi
a tlo hlapisa mangwena mme ntate
ntate aowa nka mpa ka itlhapisa mos
maitse ko hlapisa na go hlapisa le kae kae tsona mo
no shabile
re Emily o mo hlapisa then o mo hlapisa le some
Nix Maloyana Mashinini. Hi. Female Brian Ngabu. Thank you so much.
So Baba Tautsiba, is your sister single? Someone asked.
Do you wanna answer do you wanna answer that question?
I'm gonna tuck Emily in.
What's
Like
your What's your sister's name? I don't think my audience or my viewers know.
my sister's name is Jackie. Her handle is Jackie Khomo. Check her
Okay.
out. But if you follow me, you'll be able to see her because I tag her everywhere. And she's got a pajama line. I'm actually dressed by her. This is her
Really?
PJ. Yeah. This
How do I
is
spell the Jackie? Jackie.
Jacquie.
Oh, okay. QU.
Quie.
Oh, no space.
Nope. Nope.
What time do you normally sleep, Kanti?
At 8:30 or 9 o'clock.
Stop dancing.
I'm dancing because I'm trying to, like, don't you want me to show your line? Like, I thought this is the best way to show it.
Mara, how apara pajama Phuti, how jive. How you Mnet.
Okay.
Ya khale rena re tsamaya di-pyjama party le bo Kwela Tebza. Actually, the only two pajamas I've bought in my entire life. One was for, I think, no, it's either, I know there was definitely one year, birthday party at Tshepo Kwela Tebza, Tshepo Lerole. And myself, I bumped into either Slick or Sugar Smacks at Edgar's, also buying pajamas. And we both rocked up with the same pajamas at this
Oh
party.
my gosh, you guys. So, David, like, what do you sleep in? Please tell us.
I sleep in my boxers or shorts. Sometimes I sleep in pajamas. Sometimes, but most times in summer or when it's hot, when it's winter, I sleep in boxers. I hate sleeping naked. I don't sleep naked at all. I don't.
I
don't.
can't. Well,
I'm paranoid about it because of being a man and security. And if something happens at night, no, I don't.
Run out.
No.
So now I'm just
Look,
uncomfortable.
I mean, obviously, every few nights, now and then, I might be naked for 3 minutes. You can't catch Hanyana. Yeah. But that's the window period. You might have 3 minutes to catch me. But after that, immediately, I put on my
I'm laughing not because I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing because you are talking about my life. Like you are me.
I feel a bit uncomfortable.
I'm just like, Ufedit.
Oh, I think I go.
I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. I'm absolutely joking.
Imagine.
He gets uncomfortable with conversations like this.
Really?
With her. I mean, like, she's my older sister. I can't be talking about these kind of stuff with her.
Well, who else are you gonna talk to about? I mean,
my buddy. You're my buddy. Why easy? We go in. Yo.
Wow.
It's cool.
No, I was about to say something, but yeah.
But you can imagine. Yeah.
No. Go.
No,
Henry
McCrary.
But if something happens and you're naked, you might scare them away. Anyege baba, they will not. Anyege. Okay, you know, if it's me, there'll be a different situation. I can maybe calm the situation. I can maybe calm everyone and tell everyone to put my TV down, and because they might be looking at something else. But then again, I don't want anyone checking me out and then atube TV because they're just shocked. With David, no, I think they would shoot. If the intention wasn't to shoot, they would shoot. And they'd be so mad that David like basically made them see that they would go around shooting everyone in the house. Henry McCrary. Okay? So no. Please don't encourage that. Please don't.
Jealous. It will be results of jealous.
No, it is the truth. Like we've got to be truthful about these kinds of things.
Truthfully.
We've got to be truthful about these kinds of things.
Phuti, what did you do today?
Today, oh my gosh, I have a business, so I speak to my staff.
How many businesses?
Three.
I was counting.
Is it? Yeah, I've got three. Temba Maluleke, thank you. I've got three businesses.
But who's
And
David
it was only two. It was only two before lockdown, but now it has to be. I had to have the third one because the other two became disabled,
So
disemboweled.
what are two entertainment businesses or entertainment related?
Yes, the two are entertainment related. One, we're shooting a reality show, but not. I own the reality show. I'm.
not us.
It's
No,
not our
that's
reality
not
show.
happening.
Is that the
As
one
long
that
as
I-
you've been asking about it, it's not happening.
No.
Is
No
that the one
promotion.
that I asked to be a producer and you were going to show me what you've done so far?
Yeah, that is the one. Like, why did you have to put our business out there like that?
I'm
I'll
thinking
go
which, which business is which, you know?
Like, you are not trustworthy. You are
truthful.
you are not truthful.
I am so trustworthy, guys. I'm so trustworthy. You can trust me, especially at night when I'm sleeping.
At
I'm-
night when you're naked for 3 minutes.
So so that's what I'm doing right now. I've got excuse me, I've got the reality show, and then I've got the modeling expo that I do. The modeling expo is basically for anybody who wants to be in the modeling industry. If you've got beautiful children whom you'd like to be on television, and
correct that. If you've got beautiful children.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
Okay, I'm really sorry about that. But
But
that's the thing, you know, and unfortunately in that industry you've got to be brutal like that because everybody believes that their children are beautiful, and in true and like no, everybody believes that they are, but the thing is that everybody is beautiful, but it's not what the modeling industry is looking for. And I will tell you the truth, because you will go around and there will be people that will hustle you for your money till you're dry because you believe that your kid is beautiful, and they will tell you what you want to hear and not the truth. The truth is, I know what the standards are of that industry. I know that industry like the back of my hand.
Sorry.
So- Wait, so
Okay.
oh no, go ahead.
No, she wants to speak about something that Tara Banks was called out on now lately, because Tara Banks told a girl that she needs to fix her teeth. And go fix your gap, go do what. But let me tell you what happens, what people don't see behind the screens. Tara Banks in that, and it's not because I'm not because I like Tara Banks and that's why I'm defending her. Tara Banks was mimicking or showing or mirroring what happens in the industry, what happens that you guys do not see on the television. The fact that they believe that or they suddenly, somebody decided to take a chance on somebody excuse me, who had that for instance Nana Legepe at that time, was because they decided to do it born, but it's not the norm and it's not the standard. So she knows the norms and she knows the standards, and she basically treated that girl and showed that girl what was going to happen to her when she went in there, because that's what agencies tell you, that's what designers tell you. Designers will tell you, I want you to look a certain way, you will not wear my garment looking like that. They will not tell you. They will tell you that. They will tell you you need to cut off a few edges. Even they check your walk. You don't know how to walk. You cannot walk my garment. Get off. Move out from the line. And it's cutthroat like that. They don't have time to nurse your feelings and have a discussion with you. So if you really want to give people like a true picture of what the modeling industry is and a fair chance in survival within that space, you've got to give them the truth. And all she was doing, she was not saying Hurumanabatwa is not beautiful or apila. She was just saying, fix that gap, because that is what you're going to go through. That's what she went through. Tara had a lot of ish about Mugopi Wahai. She was just lucky that, you know, somebody took a chance on her with her forehead. And she said, you know, if she had the chance, she would have fixed it. But luckily, somebody said to her, I like you as you are, and let's go. But how many people are going to have that luck? And how many people are going to get that chance? So you'd rather tell a person tell them the truth and see how they take it on. And if they decide, you know what, I'll take my chances with my forehead, or I'll take my chances with my gap, I'll take my chances with my big thighs, it's okay, I'll take my chances, and that's that.
So how was the transition for you from modeling to acting, and when did that happen, or how did it happen? So obviously you were Miss Teen in like 2002, right?
Yes. 2002, yeah. And then I went into...
Before you won Miss Teen, how many times did you lose Miss Ellerins, or did you win Miss Ellerins, Miss Joshua, or Miss Sundown?
Miss Ladybird.
Papa, I won everything.
Miss Pro Ate Aflin Park.
No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I was just so fortunate. Like, you really just make me like go crazy. I was just really fortunate in that. Remember, my mom was a beauty queen. So my mom was modeling Libona Kediriban. And even though she didn't do the pageants that were the sides of a job, no, you're gorgeous. You just didn't like that space.
And I'm fat.
No, you're not. So my mom was Miss Ellerins, my mom was Miss Mainstain, what, all of those things, Miss Pretoria. So it was inevitable that I would like go into that line, because that was what I was exposed to for most of my childhood. My grandfather recorded my grandfather was one of the first people that had Mnet decoder. Wait, about decoder Mnet in our township. Yeah,
the one open time.
Nako, nereja cheese. Yeah.
Nehepula fridge nerewela ke paloni moloto.
Ke paloni moloto. Stop it! Come back! I want to talk to you. So we were so fortunate, you know. And funny enough, my granddad worked for Franz Max Films. He worked go Sasani Studios. He was like the first people like they were standing in line, you know, standing in line to just find a job. Like the white people had said, there's jobs. And my granddad was like, okay, there's jobs, because he couldn't go back home because my grandma was like this. My grandma was like, you know, so my granddad was like, okay. Went there, stood in line, and then they were like, okay, come. Hold this camera. So he would just hold the camera. It was a film studio. He worked for Sasani. Yeah. And when there was a Zulu on my stoop, my granddad was part of the production. Yeah, there's a Zulu on my stoop.
Wow. That's a long time.
Yeah, and he was like, come, you guys, let's go see it. They allowed them to come and to bring their family members to the viewing. But yeah, we couldn't. No, rough, because we couldn't drive all the way to Sasani Studios from where we were, because there were some places that we always have to hide, you know, because we can't be a group of Black people together. Then there's something wrong.
So, Papa, we've seen it all.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. Okay.
There's a guy here, Tsepo Ramit or Tsepo Swart. He went to school with you.
Yeah, Swart Tsepo. I went to school with Phuti Nigel High. So many grades come from that school. We have a catalog including including me, Akiri Swart Black, Akiri. Yes,
So,
you are.
so Tepo, Swart is basically the sound in all my comedy shows, all the movies I've made from Mzansi Magic since Taxi Ride. Tepo has done the sound, yeah.
Are you for real? Wow.
Yeah. So David Gow's House, season 2. This is the guy who has. Turns out that you guys have a connection somehow.
Like, as he said, great people come from Nigel High School. It's so weird. Like, we've got Kagiso Mudube, we've got Trevor Zungu, you know, Trevor who was Sbu's manager. And Sbu Ali Sbu Ile Vandal, Ma Vandal, Ama Vandal. Yeah.
Are you hearing what you're saying?
When?
Great people come from Nigel High. So Rina Barretong primary school here.
Wamana or Wirang Black Lives Matter. No, all lives matter. That's what she's doing. All lives matter.
No, but like you need to like because Rina Babang hey Kwaretong Kuteng Zota secondary school here.
Zota nana.
No,
it's okay.
no.
You've always been special.
Okay.
You're a special child.
So what did you study at school? Jackie, what did you study? Or what are you studying?
Well, okay, I went to because you so Phuti.
Who is Andrew?
But acting for Nigel High.
No, wait, before they were asking about you, Didi.
Yeah,
Wait.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, but
Just wait.
primary before.
Oh, primary.
Yes.
I went to a normal primary school, Irene Primary School. From there, I went to.
Don't make it so easy. Let me tell you something about Jackie David that you don't know.
No, but
that she went to Irene Primary School. Our mother had a photo lab, and Jackie. So my mom used to print photos. So there was.
Oh, stop it! No.
There was this porn magazine that brought their photos to my mom's lab, so my mom would print the photos for the magazine.
Wow.
So if I print that wrong, when they're rejects, they throw them away because they're not clear or they didn't print them properly. So my mom would throw them away. This one stole the rejects and sold them.
I'm a businesswoman.
School.
I'm a businesswoman. I'm sorry.
Porn in primary school. Understand this. We couldn't believe it.
How old were you at the time?
My mom was, I don't know, how old are you?
Baby's 10 or no, 9, 10, yeah.
Sold it, Randa, 1 rand, 1 photo.
I had to, there was so I had to because never refi.
Oh, we didn't get lunch money. Yeah, we didn't get lunch money.
I had to make a plan.
Besides the pajama line that you have, is it like a full-on business or clothing line, or it's just pajamas and this is the first thing you're doing?
Oh, that's me.
That's you. There might be a little porn line in there.
No, Phuti, stop it.
No, boo. Okay. No, she's starting out with the pajama line right now, and then after that she's going to expand to. It's basically going to be. It's called Jackie Thompson. The brand is called Jackie Thompson because that's our stepfather's surname. She's always loved that surname.
Okay.
So she says Jackie Thompson, and Tepo she's a leader. Jackie Thompson. So you basically will have like an entire bedroom. Yeah, Jackie Thompson. So your candles, your scented candles, your toilet paper, your tissues, your sheets, your bedding, your curtains. That's the route that she's going into. And I feel like it's important to do that. And this couldn't have been like a better time for her to launch anything, or for any Black person to launch anything.
Anything in the bedroom, pajamas, anything that people can enjoy. 1, it's winter. 2, people are all home. 3,
Yes.
everybody's dressed in either tracksuits or pajamas.
I'm also going into the lavatory, so like toilet paper. That's me. No more baby soft. You'll be Jackie Thompson.
Wow.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't think that's like a nice selling point, though.
I'm sorry.
I
Okay.
really don't think so.
Sorry. That's why you the spokesman. I'm like,
I can't. I really cannot. Wait, but probably they should just design their things and just shut up.
okay.
So yeah, that's her, and that's what she's doing. She's really amazing. She's also had to adjust because of situations that this. She's got an amazing business. She's got a catering business. So basically she does catering and decor, and nobody needs catering right now. Nobody needs decor right now. Like, okay,
I wasn't trying to laugh because all this shit is, some of it is painful because we all know most businesses, including ours, have gone to shit, you know?
listen.
So when you say
Listen.
it's catering right now, it's like, hey,
Okay, Tarela, who? For what? For who?
buffet is illegal now.
Yeah?
Buffet is illegal. You can't have people.
For Sunday, hot food was just a problem at some point. And I mean, Jackie had she worked at Go Gib. So she had a canteen, Go Gib. So she was feeding everybody, Go Gib.
200 people.
200 people every day. So now, since our situation, now I can't say, can I say lockdown? I've already said it. So
No, you can't repeat it. Just say LD.
okay.
Acronyms. Learn your acronyms.
So since LD, Jackie, like all the stuff that she had, all the food that she had went to waste. Most of the stuff she obviously had to give away, but all of those kinds of things, like, they were a setback for her. And then now coming back, so they're coming back slowly, and they asked her to open the canteen again, and she's like, but for how many people am I going to make the turnover that I need to make? Because cheese, it's beneficial for me to buy cheese in bulk. But if now cheese, I'm going to feed 20 people or 50 people that are supposed to be in there. It's not going to work cost-wise. So she had to really sit down, and she's been doing this for 3 years. And we had this discussion. It was a hard discussion. I think the hardest discussion that we've ever had. And to let go of something.
She never wanted to be in front of the camera.
No. She's a ballerina. She studied dance.
No, I did dance, but I studied PR. But I don't want to be in front of the camera.
Titi, you went to an art school and you were studying dance. After that, you went and you did PR. So that was her love. That's her first love, dancing. Kima Jaivan, ubula di second.
Ma, kabin the second diga. Kiti, haksaya tanlatseo. Mara nereteka di
Heretana ko tlapong David or heretana ko playing or ko spotong. Do people still say spot?
No,
yeah.
You're so old school.
Yeah.
And old school, spoto ko kai.
Heretana ko spotong.
Photo.
So Heretana ko playing. Jackie would be like, she would sit. This is the kind of girl that Jackie is. Like, I know, guys, you've got a friend that's like this. I know. You walk in Nia's boutique. So she comes in and she just sits like this. You know those girls who you say who you talk to, like in the club or and you say, do you want something to drink? And they're like, no, I can I get juice. You're like, what? But so like, and almost as if somebody did something to them. They're angry. They are like, you don't know what's going on with girls that do that. They come into a place and they sit down and they're like this. Horrible. And you're the guy. Now you're trying to speak to her. Can I get you something? No, juice. What? What even juice? We're in a club. It's loud. Could you speak louder? Could you perhaps project? Juice. And she's busy looking there because she's checking out everyone and she just doesn't want other girls to delela her. You understand? So she's like this. She's like, these people, I'm going to show them. They just don't know who I am. They sit like this. And then people are dancing, and then she's just doing this. People are having fun. People are talking. She's doing this. And then if something spills on her, she just goes, or somebody like spills a drink on the table. You know, they go, as if like it's a disaster. No, don't touch me with that. But at home, look at her. Anyway, then
When was the
somebody...
last? When was
Wait.
Okay.
Then there'd be somebody dancing there. When somebody's dancing and everybody's looking at this person that's dancing, then she's sitting like this, and we're like, yo, this girl is really good. She can really move. She's like, and then she just waits for the next song to come on. The next song comes on. Ay, ya Puma.
Yeah, but
Okay, she doesn't do that, but like, because I can't dance to save my life, but she does the things. You know what I mean?
I used to.
Like, and then my cousins like to say, there's this thing where they say, Mbize, bati, sati.
Yeah.
Sati.
No, ne re utsana mang pele. So ha mo palla utsana o mongwe, and then ha mo palla utsana nna, and then eba mpalla nona no mongwe. So ne re ka group ne re.
They will not stop until they make you feel uncomfortable for being the best dancer there, so that you never stand up again. They won't stop. Yeah, they're like that.
After that, we leave. We gone.
Okay, done.
Okay.
And if she gets offers, if you got an offer to be in like a feature film or TV show, would you take it?
Oh, me? No.
You're so special. She's so special.
And you don't have brothers. You don't have brothers.
Brothers? We've got 2 brothers.
2 half brothers.
Yeah.
How old are they?
26 and 14. Yeah. 26 and 14.
Okay. And they're not interested. They're not in entertainment.
Not at all. Not at all. My dad. Is supposed to be studying right now. My dad has like an entire family. We didn't even know about this family, but then when we found out, like, how old?
Dude, I don't know, bro.
We were 10. Yeah, I was 10, I think.
Then I was 7.
Yeah. So I'm normally a person that doesn't have issues at all.
I was selling porn.
I'm a happy person. I'm really a happy person generally. I feel like there's just too much, or life is just too short for you to be sitting and worrying about and sweating the small stuff. Like, worry about the things that really matter to you, the people that really matter to you. Those are the people that have like a influence on my life, influence my feelings, influence my moods sometimes. But nobody outside of that can ever change me or the way that I feel at that particular moment ever. So, Nanali, the issue. God, the dad. Nanali, the issue.
I don't have daddy issues.
I think you do.
No, I don't have daddy issues.
Okay. So she had issues growing up, but I think she's cool now. And then I met them, and they are the best boys you have ever met in your life. Like, at first, she couldn't understand it. She couldn't gripe with them, but she's now closer to them than I am.
Yeah.
To them. And it's a really special relationship. Love them to bits.
So which surname is which? Where does the Khomo surname come from? Is that
my dad?
Not your stepdad's surname?
No, that's our biological father. And
Thompson.
Thompson is our stepdad. He's a white guy from London.
He's from London.
Caucasian, not white. Caucasian.
White.
He's from London.
He's from London.
He's
British.
So are the other brothers also half whatever?
No, he hates children.
Yeah.
Absolutely hates children. And he inherited us while we were still beginningies. So you can understand, we were like oil and water. Like, he could not understand us. We did not understand him. He was all about punishment. Don't touch this. The kids. You left me alone with the kids. He would say this to Mama. You left me alone with the kids. What are they going to do? What must I do? Like, how am I going to feed them? My mom's like, they know how to feed themselves. So it's like, okay. So, and imagine us, Kanakwela. We loved Mahua. You understand? Like, Lehua. We were like, Mama, you're the shit. Lehua. You know? And because we're kids, we don't understand these kinds of things. We're always like, when people are like, who's your dad? No, my dad. Now you forget your biological dad. Now, no, not my dad. Mr. Thompson. And you know, it made you popular collocation because they're like, hey, your dad is white. Really?
Yeah.
And
But it's still the same, by the way.
To this extent,
But South Africa is still the same, right?
Yeah.
South Africa is still the same. A lot of black people are still fascinated by white people. A lot of people or workers still respect white employers more than black employers.
Yes. Well, but in terms of respect and in terms of respect because they believe that they know better, and fear because ngumlungu, you know. So
that's where the word ngamla, or calling black people that have money or that employ you, then other people started calling them gamla.
Money.
Basically, Bas or white.
If you have money, you angamla. That's basic. Yeah, that's where
psychologically it makes sense because that was the situation at the time, and that was what the white people or white men represented.
Yeah,
they represented jobs, opportunities, etc., etc. Which is then now when you get the same thing from another black person, you go back, your Siri memory automatically tells you this person therefore must be
exactly
fine.
And and that kind of mentality obviously gets passed on to your kids, and you pass that on whether you do it consciously or unconsciously. It's in your behavior. It's how your kids see you interact with white people. It's when you're in the mall and a white person tells you something, how you react to that, and a black person tells you something. But if a white person says, don't hit your child, no, she was just naughty, madam, sorry, no, sorry, then it's the truth though.
I'm spending so
Stop it. Nyati CC says, are you guys religious people? Do you go to church? Like, did you not see our video? I think we should do it. Yeah.
She's very religious.
We're doing the video for Nati. This is how we are at church. So it will tell you the kind of church that we go to.
Not me.
Okay, not Jackie. And we're dancing. That's us at church. Every Sunday.
Not us.
Okay.
Not me.
That's me at church. Every Sunday, my sister goes to Roman Catholic because our entire family is Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
Roman Catholic. But I just don't feel God when I'm there. I really don't, because let me tell you what happens. I went to a convent school. You don't even. Aditeng diloto koroma. Aditeng.
Holy thing.
No, but how dare you faint at a Roman Catholic church? How dare you?
Don't lie.
No.
That's why holy water.
Grace show.
Thank you.
Grace
Thank you,
Grace.
Grace.
Is proudly Catholic.
Thank you, Grace.
Yeah, but Grace, please speak the truth.
I'm also Catholic, by the way.
Thank you, David.
David and Grace, have you ever seen anybody faint at a Catholic church? Or if they do, you've only seen it once in your life, and it's taboo. It's taboo. But even the young kids would say, "Kill it, demonic." Come on,
yeah, but you know I go to
Do people faint?
It
in Tembisa?
depends.
No. There's nobody. You don't get in the spirit
No,
like
I
that.
lie.
Exactly. All you do is Sacramente. You stand up. They're written by choir member Wakale. The old one who goes to the choir and goes, here's the notes, guys. Do.
If my grandmother was watching, she would be fishing off now.
My grandpapa.
We used to have this choir director who used to say, guys, I'm giving you the note, and he used to get so mad. I'm giving you the note. He would stop the church like in the middle of singing. I mean the choir in the middle of singing and say, I'm giving you the note. And then the church would go, and then he said, no. Lesare. Iring. And we're like,
Hearing.
but it's the same note.
Hearing.
It's the
Hearing.
same note.
So
St. Charles Lwanga. That's the Roman Catholic Church that I went to. I know all of them.
I was baptized there.
I know all of them. I know all of them, but I don't feel like
What church do you go to now?
I go to
Bushiri.
close. Second down.
Mboro.
No. I go to
Oh yeah, da ba mujikisitse because ba reachitse 50.
I go to
But
Christ
ba mo fa a
Embassy.
certain time.
I don't tithe. You're not our chief tither. We have reached 50. Please go.
Come back at 4:30.
No, man. I go to Christ Embassy.
So
Pastor Chris.
the Nigerian one or the American one? The
Pastor Chris Oyakilome.
Banyaga ba re ho tsena. Banyaga 2,000.
Because she's such a liar. There's no
Unani entrance fee. Entrance fee.
She's finished. She's literally on the bed, like finished. Stop it. It is not the truth, guys. There is no admission fee when you go into my church. Giga Guru Christ Embassy is the best. It's amazing. It's great. Sometimes the church takes 7 hours long, 8 hours long. But
How about in the middle of the month? I'm gonna go hang kadime 200. Why? Arbanyakile 2,000 entrance fee.
Do you have 200? My sister, do you have 200 for me? I can't go to church. Why? Yeah, sure. I only have 1,800.
And that's why Pada. What's why you?
No, guys.
No thing I don't have cash. But no, it's okay, my sister. It's okay. You can come here. What bank card do you use? Yeah. But
to change the level. Next time look and I got Bitcoin.
No, stop it, you guys. Stop it, you guys. Like, honestly.
I'm sorry.
Like, you guys are not cool. Like, honestly, you're not cool. I mean, my church accepts cattle. You can bring cattle if you like as a donation. Kadan. I'm kidding. Kadan. But there are churches that do accept cattle as a form of donation. Shaka and everything where they can keep them, no problem. But all churches do, as long as it's anything that's valuable, they would take it. Even if I came to your Roman Catholic Church and I said I've got 10 cows, they would take it.
No, hape
They
ka mo
would take
Bible-eng,
it.
fela ka mo Bible-eng,
No, they can. 'Cause they used to raffle sheep, for instance, like a sheep,
And
to raise money for stuff. Okay.
but that's why Jesus came and he turned over everything in the church. He just came there and just said, "What is this? What is this?" Turned over everything. Why are you turning my father's house into a place of madais? Why?
Well, ask your pastor.
Yeah?
Ask your pastor. We're in the same Bible, like.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, Huri, all churches do that. So you're saying, Akiri, people used to have the sheep, what. So now I'm saying, yeah, that whole thing, why would churches accept sheep and accept things like that is wrong, because Jesus came and said, stop doing that. Stop doing that. It's my father's house. It's a holy place. You cannot be laling madais in my father's house.
What is the one thing you missed during lockdown?
Going out, seeing different people.
She actually said smelling different people.
Yeah. I don't want to say that now, but you're smelling different people.
Why can't you? Wow.
No comment.
Phuti, what did you miss the most?
What did I miss the most?
Nothing.
Nothing, hey, David.
Have you
David,
changed your...
I'm such a... No, David, I'm such a loner. I'm a loner. I love to be at home. I love to be in comfortable clothing like this. I love to sit, watch television. And as I said to you before, I love... I don't know if I'm still alive. I don't know how this thing works, but I'll just continue because maybe he had to sort himself out somehow. Maybe
No,
okay, but let me just say. Maybe that was a quick reload.
Yeah. Message.
Wow.
Sorry, baby sense, baby, nearly 200 rand. I can't show it. Okay, no.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry. Okay, look. I was saying I'm a loner, David. I don't do anything. And I said to you before, in the beginning of the show, I enjoyed lockdown so much. It was the only time ever in my adult life that I had an opportunity to truly rest, and my mind to rest as well. You see me on my Instagram, I'm always traveling, going on holiday, I go on vacations. I go to about three vacations a year.
So let me ask you a question. Maybe other people buy putza silently inside, deep down in their hearts. Who takes your pictures when you're on vacation?
Oh, when I'm not with her.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you're with her. I'm just wondering. I've seen some of the pictures.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you something that's really horrible. It's not really horrible, but it's what a girl has to do for the gram. So one, it's either if I'm away and I've got friends who are around with me, they will take pictures of me. I will never get my hubby to take pictures of me because he's really bad at it. If I'm with him, but if I'm not with him, then I travel with people that I know. Then they would take pictures of me, or I would pay someone and say, "Listen, I'll give you £10 to just take a picture of me right now." Excuse me, sorry.
Do you need water? Ginger, lingana. Wow.
On the side.
Sorry. Ra thusa.
So most of my trips are business trips. So Lorraine
Are you
Gao,
okay?
good night. So most of my trips are business trips. So I would just say to someone, here's 10 pounds, please just take a picture of me. I need to have a picture. You know, there are times when you look so damn good and you're like, I cannot miss this opportunity. Please, send picture, somebody, or let me FaceTime somebody, please. Something must happen. And my face is beat. I'm feeling hot. I'm feeling myself. So I have those kind of moments. And I would ask anyone in the streets to do it. The thing is, when I live at Baba, handing out the flyers, the posters, and things like that, so I just give them. It's
Where
easier.
do you like going? Where do you like going?
I love London. It's my favorite city.
Is it?
I do, in the entire world. Yeah. Well, I haven't been to the entire world, but so far.
Where
So
have you been?
no matter what,
How many countries have you been to?
Well, I've been to I counted nearly okay. I'm nearly at 30, and Yana it's more because she traveled more than me.
How many in
And
Africa?
she's older than me.
How many in
including
Africa?
yeah. How many in Africa?
Yeah.
Zimbabwe, Nigeria, Zambia,
Those are only
Namibia,
yeah.
and Mozambique, Lesotho,
Botswana.
Swaziland, Botswana. So that's 8 so far.
I'm so scared of going well, in the past, I used to be scared because the flights that I'm believe it or not, as much as I travel, I'm afraid of flying. It's a phobia. I'm afraid of flying. I'm afraid of heights.
Yeah.
So, they used to be. I got David just judging me. Thank you.
It's too busy ka champagne.
You were judging me, so that's why I didn't drink it. No.
No, drink it.
Cough. What if it's Corona? Hey,
No, but when?
oh, sorry. The C word.
Sorry. So, wow.
Lengana. Would you take Lengana? Do you believe in African herbal medicine?
I don't believe in herbal medicine, but I do believe that it helps, and I don't frown upon it because I'm African, first of all. Besides the fact that I'm black first, then I'm African. When a child is born, our grandmothers want to always do things to our children and put little things on them. I never question those things because I do understand that they're part of us, they're part of our heritage, and there's a reason why they do all of those things. So whether I like it or not, I will always go willingly to do those things. And I'm not even ashamed to say it. Excuse me, I don't do like I wouldn't go out of my way to go to a traditional healer or things like that. I don't believe in that. I don't. But if my family says, like for instance, when my great grandmother passed away, like long ago, and a couple of years ago they said, we need to go and bring her to the house. I was like, whoa,
What's her name?
How?
Biang.
How? She's dead. What are we doing? So they're like, no, and then we had a traditional healer who excuse me, who was there, who did the entire thing, and actually spoke like my grandmother. Like something went in her and she spoke like my grandmother, like used my grandma's voice. And then that was
But that's how it happens, right?
I don't know. That's what we saw. So we didn't know. But
did you see him almost sounding like your grandmother?
Absolutely. I will not lie.
Yeah, no, it happens. It happens. You don't have to believe in it, but that's how they would communicate with you. Because there's a certain and don't ask me how I know, but I'm fascinated.
I was about to.
No, I'm fascinated by this subject,
okay.
and I'm like, it's one of those things for me. I would gladly I want them to be commercialized and packaged properly, because that's the only difference between traditional healers, traditional medicine,
Yes.
and Western medicine and doctors and science, basically.
Yes.
The
Yes.
other one is sold and packaged better.
But why are we ashamed of it, David? It was one of the discussions that we had, even Pandarosa. You know, I understand, fine. You heard Gutu Umlungu said there is this thing called the Bible. And it's amazing and it's great. And, you know, it gave us insight into understanding that there was something bigger than us in the world. And then, but what does that mean? Does that mean Black people were wrong all those years? All those years, we
No,
were
they
wrong.
can't. They can't be. They're not.
But that's what I'm saying to people who say, hey, you guys are talking about ancestors. Hey, you guys are talking about this. Does that mean that what you're trying to say to me is that my great-grandmother, my great-great-grandmother, our forefathers, all of those people, the people living during those ages, the people that founded this land, were people that were wrong. So what they were worshiping, so Black people are not capable of coming up with the understanding of the world that they live in and the world that was handed to them by whomever. Black people are just not capable of understanding that. We just had to wait for that.
That's why you have to be conscious of that. And a lot of people believe, and then when they become religious, or step out of the traditional or Catholic and Methodist, then they switch off on the African belief. Like a lot of people do that, or they or they believe they can't have both, or their churches would tell them you can't have both.
You can't,
So that's where, for me, my biggest struggle with religion is, right? So, but in everything, I try and use my common sense and I use science. Okay. If you notice, sometimes I tweet numbers. So, for instance, I'll keep seeing 11 minutes past 11 constantly, or I'll keep seeing 21 minutes past 21 hours, or 22:22. But it's like now we're talking, right? And for whatever reason, I'm like, let me send a link to Spanibak. And then when I take my phone, it's 22:22. Or I'd be in a mall, we had a dinner, we are walking to our cars, we pepper. I pay parking, I'll take my phone, maybe I'm telling my wife I'm on my way home, and it's 22 minutes past 22 hours. But small things like that, a lot of people take them for granted. But I've learned now how to go, okay, what does this number mean? Or what is 22:22? Or I'll call someone and ask them. And they'll go,
22
sometimes kifafi, China. So, but everything comes down to interpretation more than anything.
Exactly.
So what we are seeing with our naked eye, what we're being shown, is not necessarily what we are supposed to be seeing. So you can see the number 11, but it's 1 fours, right? It's 1 + 1 + 1 + 1. That's 4. So there might be something that has to do with a 4. So now tomorrow wang phonela or Dave har kopane, and tomorrow kidi 10, and then I'll just say to you har kopane ka 11. Say to you har kopane ka 10, but at 11 o'clock. So, but it's all the small things that our parents and great grandparents, now ancestors, that's how they used to live. You know, remember people used to use the sun to tell the time. And livestock. There's like all these small things that we've all kind of forgotten. Some of us obviously don't know. Some people just don't know. Like people our age or your sister's age, they don't know. They had no one to kind of teach them and bring them. And so for me, I'm curious in the fact that there's so many things wrong with the world as it is.
Yeah.
Then the one of the few things we actually haven't tried is our own traditions. Actually,
True.
You understand?
True.
We've done everything else. But if you think about it, with all that we've experienced,
But David, here's the thing. Okay, I believe that you're right in all that you're saying. My phone just I'm falling asleep, not because I'm bored, but I'm tired. Enjoy this almost like this almost. It's like okay.
if you
Thank
know,
you so much. Let me just tell you. Sorry to interrupt you, Hanyan.
yeah,
It's this thing that you're talking about interpretation and seeing things like that, seeing signs, being given things. It means something different. Everything in life means something, right? It's all obviously about how you interpret it. But this goes back to our traditional healers. They used to be people. It's not your responsibility because you're just a human being. You are just Wena, you are David Gao. But there used to be people who had insight to interpret these things for us. So in the olden days, people used to go and say, man, I'm seeing 11:11 all the time. I'm seeing 4 birds, 4 cows came and they messed up my house. What, those kinds of things. Everything has a meaning because the world works with each other. The universe works with each other, with itself. So it communicate that bring them to your realization. But because you don't have the insight and you don't have the ability to interpret what it's saying to you, you miss a lot of things. And that is why they had traditional healers to be able to guide you into those things, because we never had science, we never understood science. But Libona traditional healers at some point, they use a bit of science in there. I mean, telling the time of the sun.
For me, it's complete
You
science.
understand? But it's just that they and totally, you're right, it's science, because it's taking your herbs, things that are from the ground that they use to create our pills. They just take that and they tell you, go use the aloe tree to heal that wound. It's taking what nature has given you to help you survive, and that's what God did. So it's not that the ancestors created it. God gave us this and gave other people the ability to know what to do and how to use nature to help the human species survive.
Yeah. So I'll give you a silly example. One of my uncles, when I was growing up, used to say, everyone was lawyer. Mahoa made planes, made cars, made fridges. Black people bewitch each other. So think of witchcraft the way we are taught it's supposed to be, and then let's go into the basic world that we live in. You and I, what we're doing is like if this happened 100 years ago or 50 years ago, you and I would have been burned to death. Talking on a laptop, we are on a laptop anywhere in the world. We are using internet, Wi-Fi thing we can't even touch, supposedly. We are on this World Wide Web nobody can touch. You understand?
Yeah.
And then people think it's impossible that someone can bewitch you. But here we are right now. We can't explain. You and I cannot explain this shit.
No.
Because remember, we had
bizarre. I swear, I think about these things sometimes when I'm sitting. I'm like, how is these people on my screen? Like, who thought of this?
Yeah. So think of where television comes from. We record. Honali film, you know? Honali film and then constantly a little film before you can see what you took pictures of or what you took videos of. And we moved from that. Moved from the big TV, Yasporno, to the flat screen, then projector, then social media came, right? So the reason I'm doing this show now. So remember Facebook, I could be talking to myself right now, or YouTube. A lot of people still are, right? Instagram, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And now there's this StreamYard thing that I'm using where literally I said to you, I'm just going to send you a link. You don't have to have it. You don't have to be on Facebook. Anybody, anywhere, I'm just going to send you a link. Laptop, phone, yada, yada, just press the link. That's why my viewers on Facebook or Instagram can see both of us. You can see up to 6 people on this thing.
Wow.
But to a point where even if lockdown was undone and yada yada, I'm not gonna go into a studio and start getting 6 cameramen and 4 cameramen and chairs and stuff and say I'm now doing David Gow live in a, even with level 0 whatever and all the money.
Yeah.
I'll buy a better laptop, I'll get a
Yeah.
soundproof room in my house,
Yes.
and you understand, so that
Yeah.
make sure the guests are fine, or if for whatever reason then you can't connect, then maybe you can come here, or we'll send someone to you. But my point is, if you look at tradition, if you look at where the world is and where it comes from,
Yeah.
and why everything we are using is invented by white people
Yeah.
or not by African, or
Yeah.
what does happen when a black person comes up with something or has an idea about something, what
Yeah.
happens to it, what is the media reviews, what does the media say about the person, how quickly does
Yeah.
it take for the person to fall off or start having alcohol problems, marriage problems, yada 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 yada.
Car
You understand?
accidents, seriously
so
disappearing.
so we need to think about some of the things. But for me, I was just going back to when you're talking about your grandmother, and how they now, they said to you she's going to be brought back, and then she was speaking through this traditional healer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was fascinating for me, and I find our culture or different African cultures very fascinating, but also very scary. I won't lie. Like now, especially since I love animals, like I just have a problem with slaughtering. That's the only thing I have a
Yeah.
problem with. But everything else, I can matata. Like if you're gonna slaughter, let me close my eyes and bahulu. They're like libella, look, libella. Don't close your eyes because you are closing the spirit or you are closing the something. Hi,
Say bye.
Bye.
bye,
Yeah.
bye,
Night.
night, Darren.
Switch off the light
So,
and
so
okay. Yeah.
So but there is so much beauty in our culture, and it's I love that, and I love to celebrate it when we see the dancing, the colors,
Yeah.
what they do. Yes, protecting from evil spirits. Everybody does it, but people will freak out when they walk into your house and they see like at the corner of your house. They're like, put your lawyer, put your lawyer, or lawyer, Kalermona.
Yeah,
But but
people are so quick to judge
yeah, but because they don't understand it, people will judge something that they don't understand.
What different colors or thingy. Mara ba kono ya ko Charlotte thingy ba lo reka di candles the different or Louis Vuitton candles.
Wow. So the pinky, the yellow, the green, the brown.
Yeah, so abanya ko jumpisa ba ya ba di sa kuri kai tsa bona hore ba lo di rapella hore eng, and then ba di tisa ba no, Louis Vuitton. Oh yeah, they pink. Louis Vuitton pink.
So it's so weird. So let me tell you now, because of all these things that I've been saying, I don't know if you noticed, in March, for about 4 weeks, I was doing a show called Sacrifice for like every Wednesday at Joe Parker's Comedy Club. That was my new stand-up comedy show, which is basically about all these things and the so-called you have to slaughter, you must do this, and that's what my next or my new one-man show was going to be about before lockdown, this thing happened, this LD happened, so that would have been my next comedy tour and one-man show and take it overseas and all that stuff, because of this ideas and this for me, it's just, I think it's fascinating.
Of course.
And
David, like there's so many layers and so many aspects or so many facets to explore within it. Like it's never ending content. So you're right on the money. Excuse me for exploiting our culture for capital gain, but this is South Africa.
It is
But
what it is.
yeah, but that's what it is, you know. And I for one would love my kids to see stuff like that. I don't have children, but you know, when I do, I want them to be able to see it, and for you to be able to package it in a way and in a language that they would be able to understand. I would love that, because the millennials, they're not about that life. And over beta with this thing, and they always have their phone. I don't understand it. Why are you doing that? Why is this? Why do I have to drink this beer? What is this beer? What is it? I'm 5. I cannot be putting alcohol in my mouth. You know? So things like that. But if they got to understand the beauty in what we're doing, and where all of this comes from, and someone can package it in a way that they are able to understand, I swear we'd totally be good, and our culture would not die. Because right now we're in a, we're almost becoming like, our culture is becoming like an endangered species. It's dying out.
But
Dying
it's
out.
also mostly South Africa and South Africans, not necessarily
Absolutely.
all black people or the entire continent. It's mainly black South
Absolutely.
Africans. Because in
Black
other
South
African
Africans,
countries, they
yeah.
still continue with their African traditions. They were not dominated like we were during apartheid. You know,
Absolutely.
most countries did not have. Yes, there's a bit of religion and people adopting certain things here and there.
Yeah.
But most South Africa, guys, is special. We have to understand and believe there's something special about this continent. Otherwise, all this shit that's happened to it wouldn't have happened. No one would have bothered. Then you have to believe the people in that country, there must be something about those people. Right? Which is why, again, we've gone through the things that some of us can't explain. People thought there'd be a bloodbath here before 94. You know, people thought we'd never pull off things like the 2010 World Cup and the 1994-95 winning the World Cup.
Well, we did it. We did it.
And now again in 1999, winning the Rugby World Cup again. You know, so that's why there have to be other forces that have to. Hey, Batlon Kata, Riketule. Hey, Jaivang Mo, girls, Jaivang.
Come on, acronyms.
Like in the line, Kata.
You're crazy. But going back to what you were talking about in terms of our culture and traditions, I just want to say that when I was talking about Hore, there were people that used to interpret all of this stuff for us. I used to say, those you had a calling for that. Those things were sacred, David. It wasn't something you play around with. Still, it's not something that you should be playing around with.
Now people are making it a fashion statement. I'm sorry. Good jump. Wow. Sorry, Askis. Yeah, now, get it and everything. Get it's a fashion tweet. Guys, please.
I feel like fine. I think maybe they're doing that because they're trying to make people ease into understanding,
to make it a fashionable thing. So people are gonna go there, because, and especially you celebrities, and you make it a fashion thingy. Now your people that look up to you guys will be like, oh, okay, so let me go do that, because you guys are influencers. We look up to you guys. I want to be Phuti. I want to do this. I'm going to do what Phuti did. Some people are like that.
No, I hear what you're saying. You've got a point. But what I need you to understand where some of these people come from. They come from a place where, you know, it's taboo to be something like that. When you are a person who's busy or popadi veve, and then the next minute, so it's. No, it's not funny. Stop it. So they're trying to basically bridge the gap mentally for people to say, it's a bad thing for me to do. They're trying to make people understand and ease into it and accept me for what I've done and the decision that I had to take for my life and answer the calling that I've been given. So I understand why they try and make it fashionable so that it's palatable for a lot of people.
Yeah, but Phuti, you just said it's a sacred thing.
Hey, I was about to address.
Okay,
to address that. So now I'm addressing the it's sacred. There used to be the reason why you would have a calling. One, you should only have a calling if there was somebody who was a traditional healer and they've left spachi sabon, not spachi, spachi. You know.
Again, do that again.
Unmute yourself. You've muted yourself.
I'm saying hand over.
Yes, exactly. It's a handover. It's that kind of thing. Those
Okay,
things
do that
are
thing
then
again, the scratch.
Yeah, that's Kimuri to spachi. Hebatlola?
spachi. Using spachi. So yeah, like okay, I need to like
look, you on 20%. So
yeah,
cool.
okay, I'm on 20%, it's fine. So no, go low power mode. Yeah. Sorry, I just had to go on low power mode then. That's one thing I know about technology. Low power mode. Okay. David is like, what? Okay, no. So this is what I was saying. One, it has to be handed down from generation to generation because that thing becomes part of your family lineage. Do I say that? Can I say that?
Cool. 701.
Wow. And then the second thing was that in the community, there had to be one person who had that calling. It wasn't just some random people you'd find 2, 4, 5 traditional healers and things like that. It wasn't anything like that. There used to be one traditional healer in a village because they needed a doctor. They needed somebody to heal people, and they needed somebody to interpret things for people, who understands, who is one with the earth, who would be able to understand how the earth functions and tell you when the earth is communicating with you. So that's why whatever, our ancestors would choose somebody from that village. If it's a person who didn't have a family, and they die off, the ancestors would choose someone from that village. And that's how you have the calling. You understand? So now, Remo Breinstein,
Because you guys are making it a fashion thing. Attention, celebrity.
Auna lispachi ko henu. Auna lispachi.
Kinto ivulela.
Auna lispachi ko.
Le thwasa go Jemeli.
And a recopan ring 1, 2, 3 ka level table 3.
No,
There's 5
it's a
of us.
strategy.
There's 5 of us. Ba linding akada go Jemeli. Okay.
Because
this thing, it's not something to play with. This thing is so sacred, and unfortunately, some people get taken in by shizers, the charlatans who would tell you, hey, Isa, you need to do this, you need to trust her, you need to, and you would believe it, especially if the things that are happening in your life, you'd believe it. And I know this is so general. Like, let me give you a reading right now, David. You would swear.
Unane high blood. Lady sinus, bushiu. All right, more. Or
do you ever
okay, sorry.
No, man. Okay, I'm only just making fun right now. I'm only just joking. But we're talking about how serious this thing is. You understand? So you get charlatans who do that to people, and because you're going through a situation in your life, you're so gullible at that time. You're so impressionable. It doesn't matter who says what, and it's because it's stuff that you believe in, and you totally do honor and believe these people. You grew up believing such people. So when somebody comes in and just pinpoints something in your life, because you truly believe that they.
And this is what the
But
Abuti askisa ku yitsi or anything mara. Ba o jela setsa and ke ko geno.
No, but I
This is-
trust that kind of person. I
No,
trust that kind of
so
person because
this
they've
is
got
where-
no game.
this is where people have to understand there's levels to this thing, right?
Absolutely.
And there are people that don't even throw bones, for instance. Ne?
Mm-hmm.
But they are traditional healers, or they went through the thing. They started maybe, or they had to when they were graduating and learning and going through the process. There are
Yes.
people that can, for instance, their speciality is they can work over the phone. Like their gift is they can consult or talk to you over the phone. But
True.
this is where now you start separating the bullshit from people that are actually have this gift or were given, and
Tell us.
were given this gift. Yeah. So also now you can't get there and start singing your problems.
Go back it.
You have to leave, you have to leave room and test the waters, and pretty much go in like
Quiet, like Simumu. Like
yeah.
I feel like you testing one, but you're making them feel uncomfortable. Give
No,
them something. Give them something.
You have to. You have to. And the honest people will even refer you to someone maybe who's meant to help your family and your lineage and your line of.
Absolutely.
So
They
let's
will
go
do
back
the
to
Indian thing.
Diboko, Siboko Sahau, or your clan name. Nake Mukwena or Bakwena, that thing. So you might meet someone, are na Bakwena, ya ho tshepo or ho thuto. Yena batho ba Bakwena ba mo tseba hore ha lahlela spatch sa hae fatshe Bakwena ba emella ka maoto.
Exactly. But
So
also, you
some
just
guys
mentioned something very important.
Yeah.
No, go on.
Yeah, so some healers would even direct you to other ones, which is actually them losing money. It's like me referring another comedian, when someone is trying to book me. And I'm like, I'm not the right comedian for your market or whatever, or your audience, or for that matter. But some will keep you just for the money, or just so that they gaining a customer, or they don't want to lose you to another healer.
That's what I'm saying.
That's where now you start going around and round the circles with bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying sometimes it's also about your culture, your tradition. When I was talking to you about a traditional healer in a village, understood the way of life of that village, how the ancestors, the people who lived in that land, want to communicate, or how they make things. I'm going to speak now. Give midnight and my.
We're not making fun of serious
stuff.
Guys.
No, we're not. I'm actually talking about the seriousness of this, and we were actually making jokes about the people who make fun of it, and who are belittling this almost an industry. People who are belittling this culture and this calling by playing around with it, and that's what we were doing. So Tutsi uska problem. But anyway, let me go back to this thing. When I was saying Dilosari village, David, you are Musutu or you are Shangani people would tell you, you not all medicines work for all tribes. So a traditional healer can't say to you, come umelukhanyise impepho, when you at home limachangani azange la thuma impepho, you don't know what that is. You don't know what impepho is. Machangani athuma impepho, mara because somebody said thuma impepho. No, because go ahead. No, yeah,
sage.
Hold on, it is sage, but understand, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying understand that. Understand. You've got to understand. There has to be a person that understands why they're prescribing something for you and whether the thing will work for you. because
Yeah.
ke motho a utlwisisang. We understand that. That's not a charlatan. Ke motho a utlwisisang sefane sa heno, ke motho a utlwisisang tribe ya heno.
That can
and ke
connect
motho a
to your
utlwisisang
ancestors.
your
Someone who can
yeah,
connect to your
and
ancestors.
what connects. But ba
Bona.
fisa cow dung. Some cultures they ba fisa cow dung. I swear they burn cow dung as their pepo. And
Yeah.
that's their,
Friends
and
ba
that's
share ditlhare ba re o fune ndoda ngani nahi tata wa tata
like,
ngani ufune undoda
where's
tata.
that from now?
No, Angela, that's what you're saying. Ya hore scarcing ka se bereke for motho mongwe.
Oh, so
Yeah, no, yes, in 7 lile. Oh, sorry, my Zulu is so bad. Imperakete. Sining quality
so but you understand what I'm saying, David? That's how you can also celebrities ba twasa ba le ba bantiso. I think no, it's not
That's
even
what I'm
that.
saying.
Most people it's also just you're so gullible, and it's your circumstances. Sometimes your circumstances will make you do take incorrect or extreme decisions blindly because you're so desperate, and they tell you, listen, feleletsa dilo tsa hao wa tlo botsa gore e tla tlo twasa e tla tlo etsang so that dilo tsa hao di tsamaye pila. You haven't been cast in 6 months. Come. It's because this thing is blocking you. It is blocking you because you're not doing it. And that thing should stop. And I pray that people
Is it true?
Let me finish this. And I pray that people who are watching this can learn something from this. There's so many things that you need to look out for, so many things that you need to know about your culture, so many things that you need to know about how you, as umuntu who would go to a traditional healer, how you are supposed to be healed as abantu babaling bakwena, abo Zuma, abo batwatu. They will tell you, Tinaga Zuma asi party in, or we don't do this, or asili in. Because that's your ancestors. That's how your ancestors connect with you. Once you do that thing, block the channels that are connected to ancestors or how. So any charlatan, because you don't know your culture, any charlatan will come to you and tell you, listen, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to jump this fire, and then after jumping this fire, you need to turn around 3 times and take the soap and put it there and call David Gow's name and do the hanky panky, and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. And you'll do it. You'll do it. You'll do the hokey pokey because you don't know ish about your culture, your tradition, your tribe. Isithakazelo sagini, you don't even know. So don't mess around with those forces if you don't know anything about them.
Barry,
Is
it true? Is it true gore after o tshwere monna ka ditlhare or o tshwere semamang ka ditlhare
back there?
Sorry. And then hengaka ela e etsitsa ya tlhokofala. O fedile.
The spells are broken.
Go Sabrina, it said so.
Yeah, don't you watch Vampire Diaries?
I do.
Exactly. So don't you watch the originals? If the original dies, every spell that original has ever cast is now gone. So that's why maybe you now need to find somebody else outside. So
it's only contract their cell phone. You must renew. You either go to the same network and you keep renewing, or you go and you tell that network, or thanks so much, and then you move on to another one.
Yeah,
otherwise,
but you can't both.
Huh?
You can't have both networks at the same time.
Why can
you're gonna confuse your own situation. You're gonna confuse your own.
I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like I don't know about. But what I do know is that I feel like let's not play with those forces because they are real and they do exist, guys. So don't mess around with that stuff, and especially if you know nothing about it. And nothing is going to fix your situation if God didn't allow for it to happen. You need to be chosen, and you need to be super, super special. And also, Mazazinyana, you need to understand, you need to have the money for it. Charity.
Why?
To do. Yeah. Why is it challenge? It surprises me so much. A person is living in low-cost housing, or mutu unnako komkukung unnako kaya mar utlo ito vumbuga 20,000. Yotwa izo vumbuga. Izo vumbuga 20,000, 30,000 jokutwasa. And I'm just like, you see people who are taking advantage of people's desperation. Be careful of such things, guys. Really be careful. I don't think that's what your own ancestors would want of you, or to put you in a situation where you have to take money. You take money from money that you don't have and use it in something that you end up not even using for yourself. You're not healing people. It's just for ugutis into zako zilunge. No, guys.
Isn't this thing like a traditional things or culture? And get like natural things that they use. Since it's earth, then why patela?
Patela for time. It's labor.
The equipment. The equipment.
Mara kita earth mus. Kana kai kriya ku
Stop. It's because they're not telling you to go. Okay, so Kimang Paseka J says people that always say celebrities but fasaka ka bungata. They surprise me because it seems like they forget that celebrities are human beings also. Yeah, but Paseka, remember what we just said right now. We were talking about why you would have that calling. Why you would be called. And it's also, remember, in our industry arena, it's dog eat dog. All right, so
every industry, not just the entertainment industry.
Hold on, Titi. We don't have a contract that you work on and say you will work for 12 months, for 2 months. If we can shoot laugh out loud or blacks only in 3 months and put the whole production together, we will shoot it in 3 months. 3 months. Thank you. Lena TV, you think, oh, also is coining it. She's on TV every week. She is coining it. No, David shot that show in 2 weeks. Every 3 months, making a big. David shot it in 2 weeks, but the episodes are coming out every single week. So it's just his edit people. So people stay for long periods of time without being employed in my industry. Long periods of time without being employed. Remember the psych that comes with that. Because it's not only in WUT, I'm not getting a job, just like any other person who's perhaps maybe sitting and not getting a job, but they're putting CV somewhere. You are a celebrity. Unale pride. Family how nor odese le kana go no TV nor odese.
Open the industry.
Nor odese no le oblind. Now isikale, you are the one that's phoning people and tell 200 rand. It's you don't want to be that person. It kills you to even see a peers walk. And sometimes you sit, because it's an ego thing. Celebrities have got a lot of ego. You sit and you look at your peers, and you think, this person who's not even talented is on TV, and then I can talent take it there, but people are not putting me on TV. Why? You go through depression, you go through all those kinds of things, and then you hear somebody just out of the woodwork just say to you, no, my darling, you know you're a star. You know it. You're excellent. You're beautiful. But it's just that you didn't throw your bones. You need to be throwing bones, or you need to be connecting with your ancestors by Utwasa. You will do it.
What's been the lowest moment in your lives?
The lowest moment in my life.
When you thought everything is just going to shit, or besides this period or this moment that's happening to everyone. Because you mentioned you've been so busy, since you've been in the industry. You're currently in what are you doing at the moment, work-wise, besides your own stuff?
Like, you've asked 7 questions in that one sentence. You understand? 7 questions. I don't even know where to start.
Because I haven't asked questions in the past hour.
You're right. Yes. You're allowed. Okay.
Okay. So you're still acting at the moment.
The reality show is not really acting, but some of it is. obviously in reality shows, and also because I'm the producer, so some of it will be acting because I'm trying to steer a storyline within the cast, and that's the only reason why I'm in it. Otherwise, I don't want to be in a reality show, and I think this is the first and the last time I'll ever do it. But I'm in it because I want to steer the direction, and I know how to get what reactions from my cast. I know how to do it. So that's the only acting that I'm doing right now.
You're not in
And
TV shows or any other shows at the moment.
no. I would love to go back on radio. I was supposed to the other time, and jiggy, how last minute I'm not given the show that I wanted. So there was a little bit of discrepancy. But anyway, there are a lot of radio stations, and we can go back to that once I feel I'm ready to
You know,
go
I'm
back. I
supposed
would
to
have been
go
ready
to
to go back if we didn't have Roro, but
I'm
because
supposed
now
to go to a radio station
you're
or
supposed
to be a shareholder in a radio station.
and then what? When?
In the Free State somewhere.
Sure. Davida, I would not have joined you, but I would have listened to you. Probably never. But I give like your market is here. People, you are too mainstream. And I would hate for you to disappear like that. A lot of people would hate for you to disappear like that. We still need more of you in front of the camera. And I know you do a lot of stuff like behind the screens, but you shaped a lot of our comedians. It shaped a lot of careers actually in the comedy space, and not just in the comedy space. By the way you do things, guys. One thing you don't know about David. David is the kind of person that will call you, check up on you, whether you are a comedian or you're not a comedian. Just if you're a person that's in his space, he'd call you, he'd check up on you. Are you good? Are you sharp? And he also talks to you about your line, your industry that you're in, gives you pointers, what you should be doing, what he thinks you should be doing, things like that. So that's what I'm saying. You've shaped so you've changed and shaped a lot of careers within the entertainment industry. So it's amazing what you do. I don't know why I said that. So it would be, I was saying it would be such a loss.
But if I own the radio station, what must can happen? Or if I'm a shareholder?
If you're a shareholder, let me tell.
I don't have to be.
If you're a shareholder, David, there is no ways that you want to be attach yourself to something and not want that thing to succeed big time. You will invest all your time and energy on it. I know for a fact. I'm in business. That's what I do. So that I know you would do that. So it would take you away from us mainstream. You would be taking all the talent that you find. You'd be talent hunting. You yourself would be pushing it. You'd be attaching your name to it so that you can be the draw card. You would be doing everything. So that's what I'm saying. It would take you away from mainstream, and I don't think South Africa is ready for that.
So you've done radio, you've done acting, you're producing. What do you still want to do in life? What's the one thing you still want to do?
I want to have a talk show.
Okay.
You are interviewing me, so I could talk forever. It's okay. No, but if I'm interviewing somebody, I just ask a question. Let them go on. Let them implicate themselves.
But David just said now, he said the questions.
Because it's his show. He's asking me questions.
Yeah, but keep it like short.
It doesn't matter. Nah, I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. I'm here every night from 10 p.m. Monday to Saturday. Even if I ask you one question in the beginning and you spoke for 2 hours, it would have been fine.
Mara talk show, 45 minutes. Or I get the production alina king because the advert. Kamul. Put you up like the interview.
If I'm the host.
No, 10 minutes.
If I'm the host of the show. Okay,
let's do it.
No, just hold on 1 second. Remember, what I'm saying is, as there is nothing as horrible as being a presenter and you find a guest who gives you one word answers or
Sentences,
gives you short sentences. You get so frustrated. It becomes such a bland interview. You hate it. And I would
Yeah.
rather have a person who sits and answers all my questions without me even having to ask them. Because what you then do is you it's you do a follow-up. So basically you ask questions based on the things that they say.
They
And it
answer.
can take-
I get that.
and it takes that direction, and it's really nice and it's engaging.
And like David Go is doing it now. He's like, that's what you guys are like, and then you thinking about something that's, oh shit, I didn't take out the chicken out the oven, but anyway, it's fine. I'll call Emily, go his break, and think, no, I
Jackie can't speak. Jackie can't talk. But a show within a show, Phuti's sister. A show within a show. How? Tugs, didn't you say you're going to sleep? Titi Tugs Tugs. As long as you're lala, we're not Tugs. Tuts, TG. No, man, but everything is done in the spirit of love and light, guys. This interview is light, and it's about showing a different side of ourselves. And I never expose myself like this, but I trust David. So,
Must I tell people you asked if we can do the interview just for an hour?
Oh my gosh! Like,
huh? What about an hour? I'm here. What's going on?
The interview was.
No.
My maids.
It was supposed to be just an hour.
Oh.
So I thought I was gonna be out like now. I swear. And look at what happened. I swear. I said to David, do I really have to be on for 2 hours? And look, it's past 2 hours now. I said, can I just do it for 1 hour because my meds? And no, it's not crazy pills. She takes crazy pills to calm her down. Baby, it's Ritalin. Why is it Ritalin?
No.
Yeah,
I took my son off it. That's why my son is home. That's why my child is homeschooled. Because I took him off and I wanted him. My 11-year-old.
So good. David, that's the best thing you could have done.
Yeah, I hope you're joking.
What's up?
Your sound, something.
That's
David. Right sound your how.
Go send 100 megabytes there.
SMS, I'm gonna go SMS.
Katsena mo bankeng ke sa number.
Banka kain, ona taba. Ra sendela. Sota ka bokae. But anyway, I was saying this is a light side of me, and the light side of me. I love being like this with people I love and care about, and I've never shown it to anyone. I swear, this lockdown made me show this side of me. But now that we're going back to work, I think I'm gonna go back to the working, the pushing, the hustling. Phuti, it's me. I'm launching a new company. I have to, because nobody's interested in modeling right now. Come on, guy.
Tell me, guy. Come on, Daddy. Keep what modeling?
Oh, like photographic modeling. Oh, yeah, but still, agencies are not recruiting people
for digital singing.
They're not recruiting people. Never know. Nobody's recruiting anyone because they need to physically see you. Because people use filters on their phones, and an agent can buy into you, send you a contract, and say you are sellable and invest money in you. Can't Photoshop. You look like David Cow. Katla. But oh yeah, David, that's the best thing you could have ever done for your child, to take him off that.
Is your sister
Yeah.
on Ritalin?
No, she's not. She's
Oh.
not. But they considered giving her that at some point because
So-
her energy, she's got so much energy and it's not focused. It's always all over the show.
So she must rather take. I'll send you some.
Guys, or land diagnose or land prescribe like lemo. I'm over 18. You guys can talk to me. Yeah, Kimo.
It's because we
Yes.
care.
Must check out CBD products.
She must take what?
You must check out CBD products.
Zako tropong, ura, zako bri.
So
I
I'm gonna cannabis. I get a cannabis.
Yeah, now
Uri CBD downtown.
no senku konengi. Zaku
No.
discam.
Cannabis. I get a cannabis is divided. Well, let me tell you, kamatekwani. Matekwani consists of CBD and THC.
What is THC?
THC is what makes you high within matekwani.
Okay.
CBD is why some people take matekwani or cannabis or cook it because some have cancer or they have pain or they can't sleep, blah blah blah. That's the part that's making money in this cannabis business since it was
CBD.
yeah. So you can get CBD products that are from pills or vitamins or vapes or that do not make you high.
CBD,
But can
CBD.
help
Okay, I got it. That is not THC.
Okay.
I'll send you stuff. I'll send you some stuff to check out or to. That is basically where the money is being made in cannabis. It's in CBD. It's in the medicinal side of cannabis. Although it's legal and you can still smoke it, you can still get high. You can still find products that don't have THC that don't make you high.
That's why you find some products sitting with saying cannabis or cannabis infused, whatnot, and then you take it and you're like, yo, get it oily. They said, oh, it's the soap, and then
Emily gave us this
all that
CBD
comes
oil.
from the CBD side. The oils, the cream, the soap, there's
The
vapes.
energy
I have
drinks.
the vapes that you can take, some to focus, some to help you sleep or relax. Yes, but you don't get high from.
I'm writing this down.
But I'll send you links. Don't worry, I'll send you some links.
Oh, thank you. Because if you don't know what this is, or if this doesn't give you PTSD, this doesn't give you PTSD. We're gonna book a brown cover and pen a peak where it's. If this doesn't give you PTSD, then you are a millennial. Rena, these were books for us. This is what we called books. So okay, so those are the kind of products that I'm gonna take for I'm gonna explore for my sister.
So am I gonna try it out or you gonna try it out first and then?
It's nothing hectic. You know what the Ritalin. I took Ritalin when my son was put on it so that I can check how it feels and how he feels.
Well done.
I've never been that dizzy in my life.
Are you serious?
He doesn't eat. A lot of the kids don't eat when they're on it. I'm talking about 8-9-year-olds that are in his school. That's how I found out about where he used to go to school. And almost every day he would come back home with his lunchbox full. Every day. It changes you. It's actually a fucking terrible idea.
That's what my friend had a kid who was on Ritalin, and she said her child wasn't her child anymore. I think that was what made her decide to take her son off it. It was bad. This was a happy child all the time, and he Nalison. Every time
Yeah.
we see them, monotonous, not the same child anymore.
That's what you're buying.
So
That's what you're paying.
yeah. So yes, your child can focus, and it helps you focus. I know that in the States, I had a friend in the States, and he used to say, "Oh my gosh, at campus, everybody's taking this. Everybody's taking Ritalin because it helps us focus. That's what it does." So it was something that people just took, and they used it for to help them study, to help them focus, and things like that. But do you want that your child to have like that kind of stuff, to be on that kind of stuff, change her personality? I don't know.
Ish. My sound is
You-
letting me down, apparently.
I have mixed children.
My sound is killing me.
It's either okay. So we're gonna get cut off like in
They're trying to
about
hack into my shit as usual.
10 minutes. So we literally just have like 10.
Okay,
and
let's
we're
say
gonna get cut off.
goodbye. Let's say goodbye. It's okay.
And there's something wrong with your sound. What's happening? Oh, your phone, like, everything's happening. Just hold on. Hello?
Can you hear me?
When you oh, it's his mic.
It's your sound.
So
It's your sound.
my mic.
Maybe your battery.
What did you do?
It might be your battery, Phuti, or your phone.
What's going on?
But my lawyer. Eh?
Okay, just a quick recap quickly
say
before I
goodbye,
go.
because it
Before
looks like,
before
yeah. Before
the
Barakat.
phone dies. Just a quick recap. Yeah, we spoke about girls who are
Everything.
drinking Savannah, and then when they see guys, they ask for champagne. And we spoke about listen. And I said you cannot frown on those girls. You can never frown on those girls, because a guy must bring something and give you something that you cannot buy for yourself. Otherwise, what is he doing? Why is he here? Why? When people take me seriously, hey? The other thing is we spoke about traditional healers, and we talk about bringing your ancestors into your home and things like that, and not frowning upon it as a Black African, things like that. You don't frown upon an Indian when you walk into the Indian's house and honali incense, lidi what you just respect it, and babile lidi orange on the altars, and you're just like, but who's that for? Like, I'm hungry. Can I eat that? And they're like, no, it's for the ancestors. And you're like, but how are they gonna eat it? You don't question those things, but you'd question it when your African brothers are doing it. So we spoke about all those kinds of things. We spoke about, apart from me, what I'm doing right now, lockdown, what has been the hardest thing for me. I think what I said, and I think I'll close with this because I can't cover everything. We need to go now. The best thing for me was during Roro.
Yeah.
Roro has helped me relax. It was the most amazing time for me because I really got to do things that I never, had time to do, never thought I would ever have the time to do. And I got to rest.
Me
I
too.
really, really, really rest. Like my mind shut down, not just close my eyes, but my mind shut down. And it was hella amazing, and I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it.
Look, I told my viewers yesterday, this show would not have happened if we didn't have lockdown.
Verstaan jy wat ek sê? You know, like
Why you learn African?
And now it's like my life. Remember, this is our 4th week, bruh. Every night,
like
6 days a week.
93 days.
like
to
you're
be
doing
exact.
every night.
It used to be 7 days a week. Then I went Monday to Saturday. Maybe I'll do Monday, like 4 days. Once we've
Yeah.
structured it and get some
Yeah.
sponsorship and money into it.
Mhm.
But it's like, so whether I'm traveling or as long as there's internet where I am and there's good internet and a good light,
Yeah.
every night, 10 p.m. we're here.
But
And
you see,
see
you
how I literally
you
said to you, just can you come? You said Friday night. I said sharp, and that's the most we talked about this show. And we've gone now 2 hours 35 minutes.
can you believe it? Oh my gosh, you are the epitome of what is happening around the world. What was supposed to happen? Why we had this time? You embody what was supposed to happen. If anybody comes out of this and says, I wanted to do something in my life and I never did it, and says, ish, I need time just to relax, you missed it. You missed the reboot. You missed the reset. You missed this moment. This time was the time for you to have done all of that. God was like, all your prayers, nazo, nasis cards. Because we all pray for time. And that's what we were given. Time. Time.
Modimo re file. Modimo re file. Re file. Re file.
Thompson.
It's a Kali, not far. Not long. It's a Kali, not far. It's a Kali, not far. I am tired. I'm so tired. I need to sleep.
The
now.
toilet paper, it's coming.
Okay, Titi.
I'm just saying.
Guys, thank you so much for indulging me. Thank you to your fans for indulging me in talking the gak that I was talking today. But it was beautiful. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed just being, not trying to impress anybody, not trying to sound politically correct, not trying to sound like a mastermind or to know it all. I really, really just enjoyed sitting and chatting to you like I'm sitting, talking to my friends over wine, and that was that. Temba Maluleka, thank you so much. Temba Maluleka, why do you look familiar? But thank you so much.
No, before
this live is
one more
thing.
Yeah.
What more thing?
One more thing.
They're gonna shut him off. Yeah, it's not allowed.
No, Jaiva.
It's fine. You can.
Okay.
I'll edit it out. It's at the end, so it's okay.
By editor. Romokat.
I told you.
I thought that was my 5 minutes of fame. It's over.
Thank you, everybody. Mwah. And
Where's
I hope
the
that we made you laugh.
Hey, guy, Pina guy.
Play the outro, Didi. Play it.
Okay, it's the outro.
Wait. Let me say goodbye, and then you can play the song.
Okay.
And then I'll edit it later. But let me just quickly say, actually, guys, goodbye, guys. Oh my God, guys, thank you so much. This was an awesome night. I can say we're getting better every night on the show. Like, it's just awesome. It's
Like, was that really your outro? Like, we had to wait
oh yeah, oh my
for
god.
that. For
Oh,
that.
ooh.
Get outro, get David.
Our
Oh,
Remo one
guys.
last screen.
Oh my god. Let's buy cakes from Grace. Grace makes cakes and cupcakes.
Grace or what's the space cookie? When
Ditli say,
astray.
Dinani, CBD,
David.
Lisa, Gracie, Lisa.
Ho na le drop bina kante ka mohara di-cookie tseo. There's a drop CBD.
Please,
Drop
die dang,
CBD inside.
die dang.
Guys, thanks very much. We're gonna play a song. We're out.
Okay, keep on me down. Bye, guys.
Yo, guys, once again, thank you so much. You guys are great. You know that. Thanks to the new people coming. Come back again tomorrow night. If Donald is available tomorrow night, we're gonna give away the tickets. Hopefully he's available. Don't forget Monday night. It's Elsa Majimbo's birthday party. So maybe she'll be back. But let's throw her a party. Bring gifts. Bring money. She's all the way in Kenya. Uh, thank you so much, guys. Share the show. Go to your Facebook. Share it. Take the link from YouTube. Share it. Subscribe if you're not subscribing. Uh, and go back and check out the other shows and see what you like. Some shows have edited them. Some have taken out the section and made it like a separate post. So I love this. I love doing this, and you guys make it extra special for being here every night. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Hopefully my voice is fine tomorrow night because ngiyayizwa manje ukuthi ish ivoice yami ngathi ithi ivoice yami. But and guys, happy birthday Tuto. Um, I think it's Tuto's birthday today, guys. Um, it's Krije Lorraine K.R. I'll check on her. I'll see where she is. Um, almost 3 hours, 2 hours, 40 minutes. Um, Sankolo, have a good night. Guys, thank you so much. Hey, Rebecca, get well soon. Yeah, they'll come back. We can do whatever we want here. Bring back, bring back new lava, bring back lava, bring lava, bring. We can do anything here. Why? Thanks, guys. Good night. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves. I guess it's already today, so we'll see you guys tonight. And they said happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tuto. Sing hard. Tuto. 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 Yeah. Quack. Kan September mo how Quack. Good night, guys.